Hello, everybody, and welcome to my X-Men 97 discussion live stream. Sorry, I had to change the time a couple of times. I was taking care of some personal stuff. Anyways, let's see. Addison writes, well, types, you rock, Charles. Besides Magneto, who's your favorite member of the Brotherhood of Mutants? Um, Mystique's a pretty good character. Um, Sabretooth has some good characters, has some good character moments. So I would say probably Mystique and Sabretooth. Hey Dana, what's up? So, um, um, I really, really, I just, I'm not really surprised at how good X Men '97 was because I know Marvel is capable of putting out good content. Just decides when they choose to put out good content. That's the difference. But X Men '97 I thought was really fantastic. I think it's an absolute masterpiece. Some people say, yeah, there's some woke elements sprinkled in here and there. To be honest with you, I don't really notice it nor see it because the writing was so damn good. The writing really got you into each character, both antagonist and protagonist, both side character and supporting character. The cameos I thought were really good. I really, really love X Men '97. I can't wait for season two. Can't wait for season two. If you want to know who my favorite X Men villain of all time, it is as of right now En Sabanur, aka Apocalypse. I think he's a great character. Really one of the best villains in all of, not only in all of Marvel, but in comics. And son of a bitch, I hear when I do that. Sorry about that. I think he's one of the best villains in all of comics and fiction. If I were to be brutally honest, I think, um, and I'm glad they brought back Cable. You know, Nathan Summers, the son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor. Love that character. Been a fan of that character since the '92 X-Men animated series. That's the one thing I really owe a lot of these TV shows to. They introduced me to characters I had no idea existed, that I had no idea had a huge role in each respective character's universe or franchise. That's what I love about, the '99 X-Men animated. They got me into characters like Gambit, Rogue, Morph, um, Wolverine. Characters like that. Characters that I didn't really know much of until I watched the series. Like that was my introduction to the X-Men, was the 1992 X-Men animated series. Of course, what really made me a fan, other than that show, was the Fox X-Men films, especially in particular the first two films. X-Men 2000 and X2 X-Men United from 2003. But no problem, Scott Foster. Have a good day, buddy. Um, Dano Jets fan show. Will there ever be a better Professor X than Patrick Stewart? Um, I mean, James McAvoy, the man that portrayed the younger iteration of Professor X in the Fox X-Men film, he did a good job. But personally, to me, when I think of Patrick Stewart, I think of Professor X. That to me was a brilliant and bold and to me perfect casting choice. That, of course, is just my opinion, but in my opinion, I'm going to say no. But I definitely do see other people playing Professor X. How to stream X-Men 97? Uh, you don't have to stream. I can't stream because of a copyright claim. But if you want to watch the series, Dano, you got to get Disney Plus, dog. You got to get Disney Plus. That's where it has all the classic '90s Marvel shows, and even some of the current stuff. And X-Men 97 is amazing. Oh, how do we watch it? Yeah, simple. You go on Disney Plus. If you want to get Disney Plus, I would recommend getting it. It's one of the better streaming services I've ever experienced. It's a great streaming service, in my opinion. Yes, I know there have been tons of people boycotting Disney Plus because of the woke bullshit Disney has done over time. But this is not the one of those things where you boycott Disney Plus. This is one of those shows that where you really watch X-Men. Thanks. Season 1 so far, right? Yes, season 2 is in development, and there's also a season 3 in development. So that's awesome. But with that being said, I can't wait, man. X-Men 97 was awesome. I'll give it, you want me to give it a grade? I give it an A plus. I give it a 10 out of 10. A massive recommendation to anyone who grew up a huge X-Men fan, whether it was with the comics, whether it was with the 90s Marvel cartoons, whether it was with the Fox X-Men films. If you love the X-Men, you gotta watch X-Men 97. It is freaking amazing. It is superb. It is spectacular. It is everything you want in an X-Men TV series. Um, but yeah, what were my favorite parts of X-Men 97? Well, not that I love Wolverine, but the part where he got the adamantium ripped out was pretty badass to watch because Magneto actually did that in the comic books. Um, the interaction between Madeline Pryor and Jean Grey were pretty good. The battles with Mr. Sinister, seeing my boy Cable was pretty badass too. Of course, and and Cyclops was done brilliantly in this series. As much as I like James Marsden as an actor, he was not given a proper material as Cyclops in the Fox X-Men films. He really wasn't. Cyclops has been done terribly in the Fox X-Men films in terms of his personality, his character, and everything. Before Marvel, this was a period of time where Marvel made Cyclops in the comic books a much worse person than Magneto at times. Because if you remember Cyclops in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and much of the 90s, Cyclops was kind of like the staple Boy Scout of the X-Men. And that's one of the main reasons that made him so popular and so likable. And that's what I get the vibe in this series. It's like that's the staple Boy Scout of the group. He's a good guy. He may not always agree with his shit, but he thinks it was best for the X-Men. And he doesn't take bullshit from anybody, even from Wolverine. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, that's why I can't wait to see how the X-Men get transferred to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Obviously, many of us are excited for Deadpool and Wolverine because of Hugh Jackman's return and he finally gets a fucking legitimate costume. Because let's just face it, the costumes that he got in the original Fox X-Men films were not very good, in my opinion. They were not as colorful, they were not as stylish, they weren't as memorable. They were just blah or meh, in my opinion. They were not well designed, in my opinion. So, um, oh, that's my fucking shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the show was real. I consider it a freaking masterpiece. I mean, I'm the reason why I'm not saying much because I'm waiting for you guys to talk about it in the chat. I mean, unless you want to post the link in the chat, I will do that right now. She keeps I think Wolverine is a pussy personally. Okay, whatever you say, Flight Crew. Eternals is a great Marvel movie. I have to disagree with that somewhat, Finnegan. I didn't think it was bad, but I thought it was. I thought it was a fun Marvel movie, but not exactly a great Marvel movie. I know a lot of people think it's the worst Marvel movie. Some people say it's Thor: Love and Thunder, but it is what it is, man. People are proud to voice their opinions. Finnegan, subscribe to my channel. People didn't like it because it wasn't classic Marvel, but I like the approach. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, but there were some things I think that could have been better about it. I mean, I definitely did want a different approach. It just to me wasn't very well executed at times, in my opinion. That's just the way I feel about it. I mean, and as for you saying Wolverine's a pussy, I don't know how he's like one of the most hardcore badass characters in comics, but maybe I think you mean Cyclops, but I'm not sure. But anyway, um, I'm excited to see who they recast as Kang. Me too. It really sucks. I thought even look, I know how people didn't like how Kang was defeated. I know a lot of people weren't crazy about how Kang was defeated in Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, but I thought Kang the Conqueror was portrayed in terms of his character, his personality, his ethics. I thought were portrayed extremely well. Kang the Conqueror, for those who don't know, is a classic Marvel Comics villain from the Silver Age of comic books. Um, and he's considered by many people to be one of the Avengers, if not possibly the Avengers' greatest villain of all time. More so than the likes of, let's say, Thanos and Ultron. But I definitely, my fandom of Kang the Conqueror, believe it or not, was through the 2010 animated series Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. If you have not seen that series, I recommend you check that out. It is one of the best Marvel animated series of all time, at least in my opinion, anyway. Marvel is in the worst state it's ever been. We need Deadpool and Wolf. Dude, I think it is going to be good. I think it's going to be a great freaking movie. I think Marvel. I mean, look, Deadpool. Look, I love Hugh Jackman, and I love Ryan Reynolds. They're gonna make fun at Disney for all the woke bullshit they put into many of their projects, and um, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be possibly the best, truly, the best Marvel Cinematic Universe film that we've had in quite some time. I mean, yes, I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I love Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. But truly, I think the best MCU movie that came after Avengers Endgame, now that I think about it, was Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home was an incredible film. In some ways, it kind of felt like a fan fiction come to life and done really well, if you really think about it. But I just can't wait for it. Motherfucker. I think Deadpool 1 was going to be a great movie. I mean, I'm very confident in it. I love the commercials. I love the hype surrounding the movie. So, yeah, I think Deadpool Wolverine is going to be an amazing movie. Hugh Jackman, to me, is a great actor. Addison's like, move your Xbox already. Yes, sorry about that. Jets, mess. Hello, buddy. Addison, hello, buddy. Welcome back. Um, but yeah, I really cannot wait. Um, I really cannot wait for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's ever since the announcement, it's been my most anticipated movie of this year. I've been hyped for this movie for a very long time. And even though I'm not like a crazy big Deadpool fan, I do like the characters somewhat. I do find the characters somewhat interesting and entertaining. But I'm a much bigger fan of Wolverine because of the comics, because of his stories, because of his character and personality, his bravado, his samurai code of honor, if you will. You know, that's the fair point. But I really. What do you play on Xbox? Well, I have an Xbox 360 and Xbox One for the Xbox systems. Growing up, I had the original Xbox, and let me tell you, some games I played on there were a major part of my childhood. But if you can you be a bit more specific, like Xbox 360, I have for Xbox 360, I have um son of a bitch. Lego Marvel Superheroes, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, The Incredible Hulk, which is a fun game, but a massive step back from The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction from 2005. trying to get this copy of Spider-Man Friend of Foe to work, but I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Maybe it's my console. Injustice, Gods Among Us. The Uncaged edition of X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I reviewed here on the channel. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Really good Spider-Man game in my opinion. Oh, this is the original Xbox. Cap America Super Soldier. Still have yet to beat this bad boy. I actually had a lot of fun playing this game. Believe it or not. I'm thinking about getting rid of Superman Returns. The game. I have Superman Returns. I'm thinking about, trading this in. Marvel Ultimate Alliance Gold Edition 1, the Gold Edition. X-Men 3, the official game of the movie, which I'm almost done with. These are classic Xbox games. Let's see if I have any. Okay, these are PlayStation. Do we got any more? Oh, and Spider-Man Edge of Time, which to me is a fun game, but it was better off as an animated movie. Now, as for my original Xbox collection, hold on 1 second. Oh, and Spider-Man 3, the movie game. Forgot about this one. I still have yet to open God of War Ragnarok. What the hell is this? Oh, Madden NFL 16. Thank you. As for the original Xbox games, I have the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, which is one of the best games I've ever played in my life, and probably, if not arguably, the greatest Incredible Hulk game of all time. The Hulk movie game, had a ton of fun playing this bad boy growing up. This one I just got not too long ago, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. This game is fun, but extremely repetitive and tedious. Game that X-Men Next Dimension, one of the best fighting games of all time in my opinion, and probably my favorite fighting game of all time. Ultimate Spider-Man, a massive game from my childhood based off of the original Ultimate Spider-Man comics that were created by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. If you haven't read them, I highly recommend it. They are among the best Spider-Man comics ever published, in my opinion. Next I have is Spider-Man 2, the movie, the console version of Spider-Man 2, the movie game. This was, growing up, the best Spider-Man game I've ever played. Fucking love this game. Justice League Heroes, a game that I had the chance to buy growing up. I didn't do so, but luckily, thanks to the fact that I was able to get it, brings so much joy to my heart in later years. This is easily one of the best DC Comics games of all time. If you haven't played it or even heard of this game, I highly recommend you get it. Spider-Man, the movie game from 2002. This game was a lot of fun. However, the major complaints I have about it were the stealth segments. I hated them. And the fact that that Kraven the Hunter was an exclusive boss character in this edition of the game. So, yeah, if you have the PS2, GameCube, and PC version, and you want to know where Kraven is, he's an Xbox exclusive boss character. And last but not least, the 2005 Fantastic Four movie game. Definitely one of the better movie tie games that I played, and the only Fantastic Four game I ever played, and I had a lot of fun. Hey, Boomtown, what's up, buddy? For Xbox One, maybe we can game it together. Um. So anyway, yeah, for you guys who want to know, I showed you guys some of my. Oh, that I have. I have Lego for Xbox One. I have Lego The Hobbit. I have the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Oh, you met the guy who played Mr. Fan in the 2000s Fantastic Four. You mean Ian Gruffeld? Yeah, he was a good Mr. Fantastic. The problem with the two wasn't the Fantastic Four themselves, it was the writing. The writing wasn't the best, but it is what it is. I mean, the 2005 one I don't think was that freaking bad. So if you like, is it? So if you, is it? You know who's you? Did you mention a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game? That game is incredible. Yes, I have both Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. Marvel, as a matter of fact, I have all three Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I have all three Marvel Ultimate Alliance games: Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, Ultimate Alliance 2, and Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Nintendo Switch. No, Dano, he did not call in yet, and no, you did not miss it. It's like the um. Think of with so no, Dano, you do not miss anything. But yes, I do have. Oh, hold on one second. Let me get it out. It's as you can see here. It is. What the fuck? Oh, it's probably still in the game. That opening scene in Marvel Ultimate Alliance with Thor, Cap, Spider-Man, and Wolverine being recruited by Nick Fury. Oh, absolutely. It was one of the best ever. Hello, Addison. Yeah, it was one of the best. It felt, the opening sequence of that game felt like a superhero movie. A really good, well-written superhero movie. And the interactions between each character was so well done, so true to their characters. It was unbelievable. If you want to get the sequel, Boomtown, oh, that's right, fuck. If you have the sequel, Boomtown, I recommend you play it. It's fun as hell, too. And the third one's pretty good, too, in my opinion. All three Marvel Alliance games are fun as hell. Sounds good. Thanks, man. But yeah, and also another game that's very similar to Marvel Alliance, and this is X-Men related, is the X-Men Legends series. If you have not played the X-Men Legends duology, I highly recommend you get them too. They are great freaking games. They are among the best superhero licensed games ever made. It's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but with the X-Men characters. They are really freaking good. It's a load of fun. And I'm gonna post the link in the chat again. Um, I always played as Spider-Man. My buddy always rushed in with Wolverine to every battle. That's good to know. Here's the link for those who want to call in. Did you play Midnight Suns? I have played Midnight Suns. That game was fun. It's basically XCOM but with the Marvel characters, and I actually had a lot of fun with that game. I played some of the DLC missions. That was pretty fun too. The game is fun. I love it. It's a fun game. Was I a big Halo fan? I play growing up. Here's the thing. Growing up as a kid with the original Xbox, I was only allowed to play rated E plus to rated T games. My parents were very strict in the games that I played growing up. Unfortunately, I dealt with a lot of kids that I went to school with that would brag about their parents playing mature rated games underage. And, Halo, I've heard about. But growing up, even though I would have loved to play Halo, but the thing is, Halo was a very mature rated game growing up. It's a very mature rated video game franchise. So growing up, I was underage. Um, but I respect it. I played a little bit of Halo at my friend Colin's house. It's a fun game, but I'm not really into shooters. I don't hate shooters. The only shooters I really got into growing up were like James Bond games, like 007 Nightfire and 007 Agent Underfire. But yeah, those were the only two shooters I really got into growing up. So I'm guessing you weren't allowed. Exactly. It's funny. I wanted to get Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but my dad put his phone down and said, "No, you're underage. You're not mature enough." And I went on to go play, I think, Spider-Man 2, which I do have. But you know what, though? I'm not really a Grand Theft Auto fan anyway. I mean, even though I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, which to me is a fantastic franchise, um, I still have yet to get back to that game. Red Dead Redemption 2, to be more specific. I love if you play one Halo game for the campaign, please play Halo Reach. It's one of the greatest stories I've ever seen told inside a video game, hands down. I'll keep thanks for the recommendation, Boomtown, but you know what? Hold on one second, Addison. I mean, I heard Halo has some really good storytelling, but I mean, I may consider it in the future, but you have to let me think about it. I wanted to get that. I played the first Red Dead Redemption. It is a fucking masterpiece of a game. Excuse my language, a fucking masterpiece of a game. It's one of the best video games I've ever played. It felt like as I was playing through the game, I felt I was literally in a Western movie. And a little FYI, I love Westerns. I've been a huge Western fan since I was a kid. My late grandfather, my father's father, got me into Westerns. I watched a lot of Westerns growing up as a kid, especially a lot of John Wayne Westerns growing up as a kid, and I absolutely fell in love with the genre. And when I played Red Dead Redemption, like, this game is freaking incredible. This game's fucking amazing. And I would have loved to play the Undead Nightmare deal, and I would have loved to play the Undead Nightmare DLC for Red Dead Redemption. I've never played it, but I heard it was really freaking good. Please tell me you've seen the original I haven't. I've seen the modern one, the 2016 one, when Denzel Washington. I definitely enjoyed that. But no, I have yet to see the original Magnificent Seven. I saw the 2016 one with Denzel. That shit I thought was fantastic. Boomtown's like, oh my god, I know. You can buy. They put the DLC on a standalone disc. Thanks for the heads up, Addison. Thank you. The modern one sucks compared to the original. You will love it. Thanks for the heads up, Boomtown. Thanks for the heads up. It's kind of like I haven't seen. I still have yet to see the original Longest Yard. I've seen the Adam Sandler one, which I like, but I would love to see the original, the one where Burt Reynolds plays the main character. Let's see who starred in the. Charles Bronson, Steve McQueen, Robert Vaughn. All right, I'll check that out. Oh, you gotta be fucking. Amazon Video. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Original, yeah, I know. I looked up the cast. It was really good. See y'all later. Back to work for me. I've been playing Resident Evil 2 remake all weekend. Good for you, man. Yeah, Resident Evil is a very another popular franchise, but I'm not really into zombie games. Steve McQueen, that name sounds fucking familiar. You should collab with him. With who? Addison? Oh, he's talking to Dana. You two on Xbox, Dana. You should collab with him. With who? Addison? I'll keep that in mind. See my prior message. Okay, maybe it's on Discord. Oh, it's not on Discord. No, down here before Addison's anyone comment. Oh, Bobby just went live. Good for him. I did. I liked the NFL Blitz back in the day. Then the NFL. Yeah, I have yet to play the NFL 2K series. I heard that's pretty fun too. Yes, I saw your comment. I responded to it, and I pretty much said, yeah, the Batman suit from Michael Keaton is definitely my favorite movie suit for Batman. But I was mostly talking about the ones from the suits that I was talking about were the ones from the comic books and stuff, you know. But yeah, I understand. I like that suit too. I've always liked the Michael Keaton Batman suit. Always did. Always have, and I always will. Okay, gotcha. Um, um, I'm gonna say um, so X-Men '97. How many episodes have come out? Only 10 episodes. 10 episodes for season one. You really gotta watch it, Boomtown. You really got to. It is an excellent freaking series. It is an absolute amazing series. You know what? Huh. I definitely will be. Love the '90s episode. Oh yeah, the '90s was the '90s show. The '92 X Men animated series is a classic. It's definitely one of the greatest animated series of all. And any announcements for season 2 and beyond yet? The seasons 2 and 3 are in development. I think there's going to be a fourth season planned. But yeah, there's seasons 2 and 3 are in development, Boomtown. So yeah. Oh, speaking of X Men related stuff, if you haven't seen this fan film, it is outstanding. It is basically called Logan the Wolf. It's basically an X Men type fan film that takes place in during the times of either medieval or during the times of the Vikings. And it is absolutely badass. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend you do. It is absolutely amazing. I'll post a I'll post a video of the link of the video. Yeah, that's because during that time, Fox wanted to make the series more family friendly. But luckily, though, I will say this: you do see Wolverine stab Magneto in X Men '97. He does stab Magneto, so yeah, there's that. I heard about that. But yeah, also make sure you check out the Logan the Wolverine fan film. It is fantastic. It's one of the best you'll ever see in your life. And it's also good that Cal Dodd comes back to do the voice of Wolverine. As much as I love Hugh Jackman, now that I thought about it some more, when I truly think of Wolverine in terms of his voice and personality, I think of Cal Dodd. Cal Dodd really brought that character to life in the X Men animated series. He really freaking did. And also, but yeah, Also, make sure you watch Jake's show as much. I'll try. I know he's trying to get people to go to tickets to see, I think, the Patriots game or something. I'm not entirely sure about what game it is, but I'm going to try to go to Richie's Jets Media Day on September 29th. He's going to give us the final details soon. I haven't been to a Jet game in roughly 3 years, and I want to consider this like a birthday present for me myself. My first, I don't know if I ever told you, but the first Jet game I ever went to in general was Sunday, October 3rd, 2021 versus the Tennessee Titans. And it was really fun, and the game was a lot of fun. I'm never gonna catch you. Thanks, Dano. Anyway, I'm going to end the live stream right now. It was great talking with you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.